A small-town soap opera.
Flirting with the boys that we worked with.
A big-time murder.
There was like no fire damage I'd ever seen on a body.
A popular kids coach. An ex-cheerleader.
She wanted to be in that limelight.
Surveillance.
Surveillance cameras don't lie.
Gossip.
Everybody that we talked to wanted to talk to us about her.
There were a lot of red flags concerning this fire.
Guess what? It wasn't the fire that killed him.
Very bizarre.
Death Without Mercy, Saturday.
CBS News. Experience you can trust.
Now on KCCI Newschannel 8.
In just 2 nights, we will actually have winners in the Iowa caucus. I'm Bob Capel. Tonight, why star power is playing a role here in Des Moines.
And the campaign trail takes a bitterly cold turn, but that's not stopping these staffers from working to get your vote caucus night.
And she has more than 30 years of experience covering politics. CNN's Candy Crowley joins us live tonight.
This is KCCI Newschannel 8, Iowa's news leader.
The final pieces are coming together tonight before the caucus puzzle is put on display Thursday, and all eyes will be on the big board at the Polk County Convention Complex for what's most important caucus night, the results. Good evening. That's where each candidate will hope to see their names followed by the largest vote totals.
And in the final days leading up to the caucuses, every moment counts right now. In fact, every second. News Channel 8's Bob Capel is live at what will be one of the busiest places caucus night, the Polk County Convention Complex. Bob?
That's right, Cynthia. It is here on these big boards behind us that 2 nights from now we will see the faces of the 2 winners, the one on the Republican side and the one on the Democratic side. But tonight, the Republicans are trying to close the deal in 2 different styles.
Please welcome to Des Moines, my friend and yours, Chuck Norris.
As the campaign comes to a close here in Iowa, star power was the name of the game for Republican Mike Huckabee as he brought action hero Chuck Norris to try and seal the deal with voters.
When the press asked me, says, who's tougher, you or Mike Huckabee? I said, Mike Huckabee's a lot tougher. There's no way I could go on this campaign trail doing interviews 18 hours a day.
Do you realize that if we win Thursday night, we will make political history like it's never been made in Iowa or America?
I do think I can win here.
Far away from all the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Huckabee's chief rival Mitt Romney spent Tuesday watching football with voters. Afterwards, in an interview with us, he took a shot at Huckabee's decision Monday to pull his attack ad and then show it to the media.
It's a bit like somebody saying that I'm not going to call my opponent any names, but if I were to call him names, here are the names I'd call him. And it just doesn't fly.
With polls showing Romney and Huckabee locked in a dead heat, each man is counting on their own strengths.
The people out there on the ground team that are working so hard for me, 99 county chairs, volunteers that are helping me, that's going to make a real difference.
Each man is doing it with their own style.
What? I love you too. But we've got to stop meeting like this. We've got to meet at the caucuses on Thursday night.
And back out here live at the Polk County Convention Complex, it is hard to believe we are just 2 nights away now, and you can see their star power on display here in Des Moines. Chuck Norris tonight. We're told that John Mellencamp will be touring, or rather singing, with John Edwards tomorrow night in that very same Valley Art Ballroom that Chuck Norris appeared in tonight. It is getting crazy these last few days. 2 very different styles between Mitt Romney and Mike Huckabee, both hoping they will each count for a win in the caucus on Thursday.
All right, and appreciate that quiet around you there right now, Bobby.
It's really nice,
that room is sure going to be different. Thank you. Well, he's climbed into 3rd place in the most recent Iowa poll, but Republican John McCain isn't focusing on Iowa 2 days before the caucuses. Instead, he is in New Hampshire, where he assured supporters he's not discouraged by Mitt Romney's new attack ad.
We are being attacked by Governor Romney's millions of dollars, and I think the people of Iowa and the people of New Hampshire will reject that over time because, frankly, Governor Romney does it quite frequently.
McCain's campaign did announce late tonight he's planning to come back to Iowa tomorrow.
And some surprise support between 2 Democratic rivals. Dennis Kucinich is asking his supporters to make Barack Obama their second choice on caucus night. Kucinich has trailed at the bottom of the Iowa polls and says this is an Iowa-only recommendation. He wants to be his supporters' first choice in the New Hampshire primary. Obama's campaign released a statement thanking Kucinich and saying both men believe in the need for change in Washington.
And Obama also brought that message to supporters at Roosevelt High School in Des Moines today.
But what you have understood over these last 10 months is the real gamble is having the same old folks do the same old things over and over and over again. That's a gamble we can't take. We've got to turn the page. We've got to stand for change.
And Democrat Joe Biden talked in Indianola about his chances against what he calls the candidates with all the money.
One is arguing this is about experience. Well, if that's the case, I'm elected. The other one argues. The other one, a good person as well, with all the money, argues it's about change. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 years of experience, it's bad experience, isn't worth much. And change, unless it's positive change, is not very consequential. What this is about action, taking action.
Democrat John Edwards launched his 36-hour campaign marathon today on his bus from Des Moines to Ames.
But you're really going to knock on someone's door at 4 a.m.?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they know we're coming. Okay. So it's already planned. I'm not going to be just knocking on doors hoping we wake somebody up. That would do more harm than good.
Also in Ames, Democrat Hillary Clinton told supporters she's ready to take back America with a jab at President Bush.
After 7 long years of George Bush and Dick Cheney, starting Thursday night, we are taking our country back, and you all are going to lead the way.
And just one day before the caucuses, Republican Fred Thompson, he'll be live in our studios after a recent slip in the polls. Hear what he plans to do if he doesn't win or places in the top 3 in Iowa. That's live tomorrow night on News Channel 8 at 10.
Well, here's a question. Why would people want to be outside today with the wind chill below freezing? Well, they're out there because they want your vote. And Roxana Haynes talked to some of those cold campaign volunteers today, and she joins us now.
Campaigning for a cause, they say, but in the bitter cold. We caught up with folks canvassing door to door and trying to convince Iowans to caucus. As bitterly cold air crosses the state, campaign volunteers with warm hopes come out.
It's really cold today.
Oh, it's awfully cold out here.
It is, but you know, I'm working hard for what I believe in.
I'll run every now and then to keep warm.
They travel the snow-covered streets, canvassing door to door for a cause.
They might think I'm crazy, but they also might understand that I'm out here for a really serious purpose. It's the end. We're wrapping it up. We're trying to get everything, committed at this time.
Committed to their candidate.
I'm out canvassing for Barack Obama. I hope you'll consider John Edwards.
I was just wondering if you're planning on caucusing on Thursday.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Are you considering Bill?
Yes, I am.
Ryan Braun came from out of state, so he can't caucus, but he believes he can make a difference.
It's the most wide open election in, like 50 years or something. And it's just so exciting that you can get involved in these campaigns, and I feel like I'm really doing stuff.
We also spoke to Mike Huckabee's campaign organizers. They are not encouraging their volunteers to go door to door. They say they just don't want anybody catching a cold.
And the trouble is, though, it's going to be getting even colder tonight, though.
Yes, below 0 temperatures and wind chill could make it feel like 15 below.
Okay, well, they're very dedicated people.
They are.
Okay, thanks, Roxana.
And we want to help to make your caucus experience a successful one. So in no particular order here are the top 8 tips to caucus in 08. Number 1, you ready? Make sure you arrive to your location by 6:30 p.m. and be signed in or be in line by 7 o'clock. Number 2, you don't have to be 18 to participate. You just have to be 18 by Election Day, November 4th. 3, find your precinct at kcci.com or iowafirstcaucus.org. Number 4, do your research. If you can, know the rules of how the caucuses work, but they will explain them there to you if you need. Number 5, have a second choice, because if your first choice doesn't get at least 15% of the vote, you may have to go with your backup candidate. Number 6, you must be registered with your party, but if you're not, you may do so Thursday night. And if you're an independent, you can register with one party. Number 7, if you are under age 18, you can still attend a caucus as a youth attendee, but you won't be able to participate. And finally, number 8, appropriately 8, stay with News Channel 8 for the best coverage leading up to the caucuses and on caucus night. Our caucus night coverage starts Thursday at 5 o'clock on First News at 5.
All right, that's a lot to remember. You know, Roxanna already gave
number 3.
Yeah, we'll go back for a review.
Okay,
Roxanna
good.
already gave us
Yes.
the forecast tonight, so do you have anything to add to that?
No.
So we're done, right?
We're done. Not only was it below freezing, but wind chills below 0 today. Here's some of the current temperatures around the region, and look at this. Single digits, 2 in Latimer, Jewell, 3 Farnhamville and Mallard. Factor in the winds, 14 to 17 below across northern Iowa. Southern Iowa, single digits to around 13 below in Pella. Now, we do have a wind chill advisory that is going to continue until early morning for the far north and northwest counties of the state. Those nasty wind chills and negative temperatures tonight, we're looking at about -3 here in the metro, but by the time the weekend rolls around, oh, so much better. Highs will be in the 40s.
Oh, so much better. Thank you, John. Well, Iowans are very familiar with that very stinky smell of livestock.
But what if you could get paid to sniff and rate their waste? Well, it is a real job. I'll tell you why some college students may be adding it to their resumes coming up.
But first, she's one of thousands of national media members here to cover the caucuses. You've seen her many times before, but tonight she's not asking the questions. We're asking some questions to CNN's Candy Crowley. She's live next on Iowa's News Leader.
Coming up tomorrow morning, we interview Governor Bill Richardson, find out what he has to say about last-minute campaigning. And we take a look at all of your overnight news, weather and traffic on the 8s. It all gets started at 5 right here on News Channel 8 this morning.
Can't get enough of your Arby's favorites? Then head on over for Arby's Pick 5 for $6.95 value deal. Pick any combination of 5 Arby's favorites for just $6.95. A deal so great, it'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
American, the best furniture brands for less.
American, a 50-inch Hitachi Plasma HD TV free.
American, a 32-inch LCD flat panel free.
At American, get this huge 50-inch Plasma HD TV free with any $3,300 furniture purchase. Or get this 32-inch LCD flat panel HD TV free with any $2,000 furniture purchase.
A 50-inch Plasma free.
A 32-inch LCD flat panel free.
That's American.
Hurry to get the best deals at your Chrysler dealer during the final days of the event of a lifetime.
Get 0% financing on all 08 Chrysler vehicles, like the new Chrysler Aspen.
And make no payments till summer on all Chrysler vehicles, including the all-new Town & Country. And the fuel-efficient 30 miles per gallon Chrysler Sebring.
Plus, you'll be covered by the best warranty in the business, Chrysler's lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hurry to save at your Chrysler dealer today, because the event of a lifetime ends tomorrow.
You know, furniture businesses come and go. They start, they stop, they change hands. Then there's Redekers in Boone. Way back in 1930, founder Fred Redeker set out to build a family business committed to quality and service. Today, Redekers serves more customers than ever before. Same family, 4 generations. We must be doing something right. Think about that when you're buying fine furniture for your family. Redekers in Boone, the value brand you trust year after year.
Try Arby's French dip and Swiss toasted sub, made with our signature roast beef and delicious melted Swiss on fresh toasted ciabatta bread. And it's served with a side of hot au jus. One bite will have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
This is KCCI News Channel 8 at 10 with Kevin Cooney, Stacey Horst, Chief Meteorologist John McLaughlin, and Sports Director Andy Garman. We're proud to be Iowa's news leader.
They are everywhere now. Reporters, correspondents, and photographers from every national news network are now working in Iowa, at least for the next 2 days. Some of them have been here a lot longer than that. You know the call letters, CBS, MSNBC, CNN.
And those reporters are no stranger to the campaign trail, of course. CNN's senior political correspondent, Candy Crowley, has covered just about every presidential election for the past 30 years. Tonight she joins us live from CNN's new Des Moines home base, I guess you could call it, near the state capitol.
And Candy, I've been seeing you around here for weeks now. This race is just about as close as they come. Has that surprised you at all? You've been watching this from the beginning.
It's been kind of close, you know, for a while. We've seen the lead slip back and forth, particularly on the Democratic side. I haven't seen one that seems to be this close. I always worry whether we're going to get to caucus night and it won't be close at all, and we'll sort of have missed whatever is going on out there because we've got all those undecideds. But we did have from the beginning some notice, certainly from the Clinton campaign, that they thought Iowa was their toughest state. So this really looked to be kind of the closest, most exciting contest.
Candy, I read in an article that you didn't even have time to Christmas shop this year. You got gift cards for your family. I don't know if that's true or not. So you must have a sense of what the media and what the campaigns think of the Iowa caucus is so close, really right on top of the holidays this year.
Yeah, I think it's probably not our favorite time. I mean, it really did, as you know, because these candidates, because it's so close, were campaigning right up to Christmas Eve. They resumed on the 26th. New Year's might as well just sort of have blown by because, as you know, they campaigned on New Year's Eve and they were out at it again today. So is this my favorite time to do it? No. But, you know, we watched this calendar sort of march itself backwards over the summer and kind of knew it was coming. So I think everyone prepared but me. I thought, oh, this will be fine. I'll sit in my hotel room and I'll internet shop, and I somehow never got around to it. So gift cards all around.
I know a lot of people didn't even get Christmas cards this year. Now, you've, with so many different candidates to cover every day, you've had a lot of different experiences. Do you have a most memorable moment so far covering the caucuses?
You know, I must say I have to give it to the Obama-Oprah show. I don't know if you saw that as it raced through here in Iowa, but it was pretty amazing. I mean, maybe it's because I've never seen Oprah before. I'm not really sure what it was, but I mean, there was so much excitement in that room for Oprah Winfrey being there. I mean, even Barack Obama said, okay, I know you're actually not here to see me, but I'm going to talk anyway. But there was quite an electricity about it, so that was quite a show. And, you know, we're sort of hard to kind of impress after you've seen skydivers and, all kinds of fireworks and all that kind of stuff. But that was a very electric moment when he had her out here and had, as you know, great crowds.
One more question before you go, Candy. A lot of debate on whether Iowa caucuses will be first next time, 4 years from now. Do you think you'll be back, and do you think we'll have the caucuses again?
Look, if the past is prologue, absolutely. It seems to me that every fourth year we have this discussion about Iowa and New Hampshire, and every fourth year they sort of mess around with it as the Democrats did and put Nevada in there for some diversity, but they can't quite figure out another way to make it work. So if I were a betting person, which of course I'm not, I'd bet we'd be back here in 4 years.
Well, we sure hope that you will be. We enjoy having you. Thanks, Candy Crowley, for joining us tonight. We'll see you on CNN.
Thanks, okay. Candy. Well, we don't have to wait for John McLaughlin. He is right here, right now, with a very cold forecast.
Will I be here in 4 years? That's the question.
We hope so.
Super Doppler forecast, sub-zero wind chills tonight, but improvement as we head toward the weekend. Whether it's rain, sleet, ice, or snow, Storm Team 8 will keep you safe under our umbrella of protection.
We don't have to imagine the crises the next president will face. Ending the war and bringing our sons and daughters home safe. Preventing a meltdown in Pakistan. Keeping nuclear weapons out of the hands of terrorists. For 35 years, Joe Biden has been tested and made the tough decisions that have protected our nation and saved lives. Isn't that what we need in this office?
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
The vision of Iowa's soybean farmers reaches far beyond the horizon. Their focus is to satisfy the growing demand of a hungry world and our nation's energy needs, while protecting our natural resources. Through the Iowa Soybean Association, farmers are investing in research to increase yields, develop new markets, and improve water quality, to grow new opportunities for Iowa and our world, all in a day's work.
I worry about my kids.
My children's future.
My children and my grandchildren.
I don't want my children to grow up in a country that's at war.
I don't want my grandchildren to have to worry about
education and health care.
I think a lot of people are concerned about their future.
We need change right now. Hillary can start this job on day one. Day one.
And she won't need on-the-job training.
She's been a change maker all of her life.
All the candidates are talking about change. She can step right in. Hillary is the one who can bring change about.
Hillary Clinton.
I think she's cool.
Ask Me People is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Newspapers across Iowa have endorsed Hillary Clinton. Her readiness to lead sets her apart. A proven, passionate, intelligent leader. The experience and tenacity needed now. Every stage of her life has prepared her for the presidency. She understands the changes needed, but also possesses the discipline and skill to get things done. We urge you all to get to the caucus. Stand up for Hillary. Stand up for America.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
Well, a chilly night here in the metro, the dry air moving on in, cold temperatures. Right now, it's 5 above. Our dew point at -3, outside humidity 69%, northwest winds, and the pressure rising. Here's a view from Stratford today, courtesy of one of our webcams. And as we put this through, I've got a little pause point in here, and you can kind of look right up in this area, right in there. We saw several halos or sundogs as the ice crystals in the air reflected that sunlight. And the ice was coming from the blowing snow today, and several viewers mailing in pictures, and we really appreciate that. Right now, here's some of the current wind chill values: 10 to 20 below across the north, teens below 0 across southern Iowa. And this really isn't going to change much overnight, as these winds will stay strong until 9 or 10 in the morning on Wednesday, then really back down during the day. Actual temperatures just above Mason City, Waterloo, 3 above Lamoni, and also in Ottumwa. We do have that wind chill advisory that'll be in effect for northern Iowa till 6 a.m. Clear skies now. In fact, a lot of the cloud cover you saw today, that was actually just the blowing snow kind of riled around in the air, dropping visibilities to a couple miles at times. The snow right now is well out to the east of us. In fact, some lake effect now as we have the cold air blowing over the warmer water. Snow will stay to the east, and we'll focus our attention on an area of high pressure. That'll be moving in from the west, and as it moves over the state tomorrow afternoon, our winds become light and variable. And as you know, on the backside of the high, winds return to the south, and that means warm up for Thursday, Friday, on into Saturday. As we move through time, temperatures will go from the minus readings early this morning to around 13 for high tomorrow for Fort Dodge, mid-teens here in the metro, mid to upper teens down to the south. So for tonight, -3, wind chills of 10 to 20 below, northwest winds 10 to 20, but during the day tomorrow, the wind gradient will relax. We'll have maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour by mid to late morning, 15 for a high, and again, warm up on the way. If you're heading out to the Caucasus, 20s, so that's a whole lot better than what we had today. And then check out Friday, 35. Saturday, south winds continue, could be pretty gusty, 43 as we head into Sunday, mid-40s, and those overnight readings will be a whole lot better from the -3 that we're going to enjoy tonight to around 8 Thursday morning, teens Friday, and 20s and 30s by the weekend.
We should tell those folks out there, Iowa isn't usually this bad.
Sometimes it's worse.
Yeah, that's right. Good point.
Always a pessimist. Thanks, John.
Well, your register headlines tonight. Learn where to find recipes for your favorite Midwest dishes, plus revisions to the city's noise ordinance, and get your presidential candidates' campaign schedules, as always.
But first, it's a story that will make you shiver. Minnesota's polar bear plunges to new low temperatures. It's next on Iowa's Newsletter.
I'm Mike Huckabee, and I approve this message. The pro-life position was the one espoused by our founding fathers when they said that all of us are created equal, endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. The first one they listed was life. Nobody has a greater level of intrinsic worth or value than another person. Being unborn doesn't make you less valuable. Maybe instead of having our values trampled all over every single day and night, we would express to America what those values are. Family, life, freedom, those things matter to us. Always have, always will.
I'm John Edwards, and I approve this message. Here's the choice. Keep going the way we are, pretend the system works while corporate greed rules, insurance lobbyists kill health care, energy giants make billions from insane gas prices, and the middle class is squeezed to the breaking point. Or tell the truth. The status quo and good intentions aren't enough. We're not going to look our kids in the eye and say corporate greed stole your future. We're going to say America rose up, saved the middle class, gave you a better life, and it started right here in Iowa.
Closed captioning of KCCI News Channel 8 is provided by the Iowa Clinic. Learn more about our physicians and specialties by visiting iowaclinic.com.
Thrasher Service, in business since 1978, is committed to serving Des Moines and the surrounding communities. We're a small family-owned company dedicated to providing the best in plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and bathroom remodeling services. So for all your needs, call us at 262-2229.
Some people say I have too much experience to run for president. But the more you hear my opponents, the more you wonder whether they have enough. I've spent my life bringing Democrats and Republicans together to create real change. I know I can win the general election, and I am ready to be president. I'm Chris Dodd. I'd appreciate your support on caucus night. I approve this message because it's time America had a president with the experience to lead.
The high temperatures in Des Moines didn't even clear the single digits today, but imagine the chill of the icy waters of Lake Minnetonka. Some very brave or some just plain crazy people stripped down in the below zero air temperatures to plunge in. It was all part of the 18th annual Polar Bear Plunge in Minnesota, but it wasn't just the jump. There they go. Wow. They had to completely submerge themselves and then swim to the end of an 8 by 32 foot hole in the ice.
All right, here we go. It could be the stinkiest job you've ever heard of. But for some Indiana college students, manure will now equal money. Students at Purdue University can earn $30 per session to inhale and then rate the whiffs of air collected from hog, cow, and chicken barns. A professor is collecting the data for a scientific experiment on what else but farm odor. All right, well, why work when you can become a professional couch potato? That's not exactly what these people are doing, but they are contestants in Chicago's Ultimate Couch Potato Contest. The person who can sit in a recliner and watch sports the longest without falling asleep will win a new TV and, of course, a couch potato title. And by the way, they are allowed to get up to go to the bathroom.
Andy Garman is here now. You don't know anybody like that, do you?
Present company excluded. Wait a minute. No, of course not. No, we're all driven to sit back on, I don't know. I sat in the office all day and watched TV. That's better, I guess, than sitting at the ESPN zone. So we're going to talk about all the bowl games coming up next. Plus, we'll take a look at a huge game tomorrow for the Drake Bulldogs. That's coming up on Iowa Sports Leader.
Some people say I have too much experience to run for president. But the more you hear my opponents, the more you wonder whether they have enough. I've spent my life bringing Democrats and Republicans together to create real change. I know I can win the general election, and I am ready to be president. I'm Chris Dodd. I'd appreciate your support on caucus night. I approve this message because it's time America had a president with the experience to lead.
He defends our freedom, and his record shows it. Ron Paul. Answering our country's call, Ron Paul became a flight surgeon in the Air Force. As a doctor, Ron Paul delivered over 4,000 babies and is a leading defender of life. In Congress, Ron Paul never voted to raise taxes, never voted for an unbalanced budget, never voted to restrict gun rights or raise congressional pay. Protecting our God-given freedom. Ron Paul for president.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message. That America is listening. Not just Democrats, but Republicans and independents who've lost trust in their government, but want to believe again. I am in this race to tell the corporate lobbyists that their days of setting the agenda in Washington are over. I have done more than any other candidate in this race to take on the lobbyists, and I have won. They have not funded my campaign, and they will not drown out the voices of the American people when I am president. I'm in this race to take those tax breaks away from companies that are moving jobs overseas and put them in the pockets of hardworking Americans who deserve it. I want to stop talking about the outrage of 47 million Americans without health care and start actually doing something about it. That's why I'm running Iowa. Your future is our future, and our moment is now.
I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message.
Two pro-life governors both support a constitutional amendment to protect traditional marriage. The difference? Romney got tough on drugs like meth. He never pardoned a single criminal.
And Mike Huckabee, he granted 1,033 pardons and commutations, including 12 convicted murderers. Huckabee granted more clemencies than the previous 3 governors combined, even reduced penalties for manufacturing methamphetamine. On crime, the difference is judgment.
USC had every reason to feel right at home in Pasadena this afternoon. The Trojans were playing in their 4th Rose Bowl in the past 5 years. They'd won their last 5 BCS Bowl appearances, and they were playing an Illini team that hadn't been to the granddaddy of them all in 24 years. First quarter, USC gets tricky. Garrett Green, the flanker pass to Desmond Reed for the touchdown. 14-0 Trojans, 21-3 USC at the break. Third quarter, Illinois tries to put a little fight in the game where Chardon Mendenhall takes the handoff, splits the Trojan D, sets up his blocker, and then just outruns the safety to the end zone. 21-10 after that 79-yard touchdown run. But this was the way the day went for the Illini. Juice Williams to Jacob Ellis, coughs up the pigskin, falls into the end zone. USC recovers for a touchback, one of 4 turnovers for the Orange and Blue. USC routs the Illini 49-17. The other BCS game going on right now is not going so well. Hawaii getting thumped by the Georgia Bulldogs 31-3. That game in the third quarter. Lloyd Carr's last game at Michigan as the Wolverines taking on Florida. Also the last game for Cedar Rapids native Adrian Arrington, and he, oh man, was it a memorable one. First of all, the excuse me catch from back by his wallet. Then second quarter, Adrian gets both feet down in the end zone for the first touchdown of the day. Michigan up 21-14 at the break over the heavily favored Gators. Fourth quarter, Arrington, spectacular one-handed grab on the sideline. That would set up another touchdown catch. 9 catches, 153 yards, and 2 TDs for the Cedar Rapids Prep. 41-35, Michigan upsets the Florida Gators. Another Big Ten SEC matchup in the Outback Bowl. Wisconsin and Tennessee, fourth quarter. Tyler Donovan for the Badgers, looking for a receiver on 4th down. Just has to throw it away and give it back to the Vols. One last chance, 30 seconds left. Donovan going for it all here on 1st and 5. They need a touchdown to win the game, and this one just barely picked off at the goal line. Tennessee knocks off the Badgers 21-17 the final. The 11-2 Missouri Tigers were bumped from the BCS picture, which sent the Tiger faithful to a date with border rival Arkansas at the Cotton Bowl. The Tigers not the only ones upset that they were down there. Arkansas wasn't happy at the end of the day. Senior running back Tony Temple absolutely thrashed the Hawk defense. 281 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, including this signature spin and win. Cotton Bowl records for both of them. A monster day for the Tigers. They roll 38-7 the final over Arizona. As seen on KCCI this afternoon, Texas Tech taking on Virginia in the Gator Bowl. Speaking of history, that's Michael Simpson taking the handoff, a little delay, and then no delay here. He turns on the Jets, 96 yards for the touchdown. That's a record in any bowl game in history. But Texas Tech would come back to win 31-28 the final. Kids growing up in Canada play hockey on frozen lakes and ponds in some of the worst weather Mother Nature can muster. Today it was the professionals' turn to take to the outdoor ice. More than 71,000 in attendance as the NHL held its 2nd ever outdoor game today, and the Sabres hosting Pittsburgh, and Sidney Crosby beats the Sabres in the shootout. Pittsburgh wins 2-1. In their conference opening win this weekend, the Drake Bulldogs continue to knock things off their to-do list, which they hope leads to a spot in March Madness. Keno Davis and company show that they're for real. Now they've got another big goal to take care of tomorrow night.
All the returning guys, you know, Clayton, myself, Adam, Brent, Bucky, I mean, we've worked hard to get to this point. And we haven't beat Southern yet since we've been here. So this is obviously going to be more than a win for us.
It's a big game for all 4 of the Big 4 teams tomorrow. We're back after this.
We don't have to imagine the crises the next president will face. Ending the war and bringing our sons and daughters home safe. Preventing a meltdown in Pakistan. Keeping nuclear weapons out of the hands of terrorists. For 35 years, Joe Biden has been tested and made the tough decisions that have protected our nation and saved lives. Isn't that what we need in this office?
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
A tax battle is raging in Washington. To stop massive tax hikes, conservatives have to be united. But listen to Mike Huckabee when he was Arkansas governor.
Tax at the wholesale level for tobacco. surcharge on the income tax, that's acceptable. A sales tax, that's fine. Any combination of those various ideas, and you will have nothing but my profound thanks.
Clubforgrowth.net is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Fred Thompson, and I approve this message.
The Wall Street Journal says Fred Thompson's tax cut plan leads the GOP field. A leading economic group calls it a plan conservatives can rally around. The Conservative National Review says only Thompson has outlined specific conservative policies on immigration. Investors Daily says Thompson's national security plan features a Reagan-esque rebuilding of our military. And the National Right to Life Committee endorsed him because they know he can win. Fred Thompson, the clear conservative choice.
Get a great deal on the Dodge you want during the final days of the event of a lifetime.
Get 0% financing on all 08 Dodge vehicles like the full-size Ram pickup.
Plus, make no payments till summer on all Dodge vehicles, including the all-new Grand Caravan.
And the fuel-efficient 30 miles per gallon Dodge Avenger.
Plus, you'll be covered by the best warranty in the business, Dodge's lifetime powertrain warranty.
Get to your Dodge dealer today because the event of a lifetime ends tomorrow.
Newspapers across Iowa have endorsed Hillary Clinton. Her readiness to lead sets her apart. A proven, passionate, intelligent leader. The experience and tenacity needed now. Every stage of her life has prepared her for the presidency. She understands the changes needed, but also possesses the discipline and skill to get things done. We urge you all to get to the caucus. Stand up for Hillary. Stand up for America.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
Thanks for being with us. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
From New York, the greatest city in the world, it's The Late Show with Dave